Hey everybody, how's everything? Good to see you. Just switched over from Owl's live and ate a real quick sandwich and cup of coffee and just kind of waiting for everybody to come around. But it's a hot one here today, and it got up to in the upper 80s, and yes, the air conditioning is running. And it's hard to believe. Just about a week and a half ago, I was sitting outside with little fires around the fruit trees to keep them from freezing. But that's how rapidly it changed here. So, but I think tomorrow we're gonna have some really bad storms come through, and so kind of storms. I think a few Ashley from CNC Farms and Jamie's from Lower Michigan said that they had experienced the same thing or were under threat of something. So we shall see. Hey Tony, what's up, man? Good to see you. All right. Hopefully everything's going good. I guess you're probably traveling now, so yeah, on that great journey back to the north. Yeah, it got hot here, Tony. It really did. It's like I said, in the upper 80s here, and it just like clicked. It just switched, and it's supposed to be extremely warm tomorrow, near 90 or so, and strong storms and all that come in late, and then it should jump back down a little bit. But we're not far, man. It's going to get to the super heat and stuff. So, but if you are traveling, safe travels and all that good stuff. 87 in North Carolina from Facebook user. I would agree. Mark Kratz, good to see you, man. Tony says 63 Fahrenheit, so not so cold, but yeah. Space Miner here from the back step. Good to see you. Ashley, good to see you. All right. So, anybody wants to come on up, just don't be bashful. So, well, hello there, DJ. How are you, buddy?
Hey Dave, I'm good.
That's
Yeah,
good.
yeah, I got confused on which live to click on.
You got confused, huh? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, because you created two, which,
Uh-huh.
yeah, but, you know, you, you could change this one to subscribe remote if you want me to tell you how.
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Uh,
We're using the old fashioned system tonight because we're trying to do a little study on the way the hours are stacking up. So
yeah,
Nutmeg to Palmetto, good to see you. Ellie, good to see you. Bika, good to see you. Peter, good to see you. Who else has come in that I have missed? Okay, Al sent the whole party over here, but yeah, Al or DJ, you're welcome to invite anybody you want to come over and BNC Homestead, and good to see you.
yeah, no, never,
Yeah.
but, yeah, I just, I quit on the live, so,
Uh,
yeah,
oh, okay. All right. Hey, Chris from Alabama, Temple Acres, good to see you.
yeah,
Rebecca, good to see you.
hey, Templin, great to see you again. I just saw you like half a minute ago. Ah, ah,
Hi, Rebecca.
uh,
I
Yeah.
mm,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna as soon as my brother comes in, I'm gonna mute my mic for a little bit because the dogs do a lot of banging with their tails.
Right. They get all happy.
They get all happy.
Yeah.
Nice.
So just so everybody doesn't hear the banging, I'm gonna mute my mic and here he comes in.
All
Uh,
righty. Okay.
Alright.
Yeah. Thank you for that newsletter, DJ. That was cool, man.
Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, I'm glad you loved it.
I
So,
did. I liked it very much. And I was, we had gone out shopping to Walmart, and I'm sitting there walking down the aisleway, and I said, "Did you get an email?" Yeah, DJ. Hey, Tony, what's up?
Hey guys,
All right. So where are you at tonight?
I'm just in South Tucson right now.
Oh, South Tucson. I figured you were
nice.
already heading north.
Not till Friday.
Not till Friday. All right.
So and there is Owl.
There's Al.
Hello,
Yeah.
Moses.
Hey,
Yeah.
JJ.
Hey, Tony. How you doing?
mm,
I've been better, but I'm doing.
Everything gonna work out okay? Yeah.
Well, I got some of the stuff fixed, but yeah,
Oh wow.
my Jeep broke loose of the motorhome.
Oh no.
Oh.
Did it wreck?
Did you have safety chains on?
Oh yeah.
Good.
Still,
That's nerve wracking.
How fast were you going?
About 2 miles an hour.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Woo.
okay.
I have seen
But
videos
still,
where
I
disconnect.
I got lucky as far as that goes, but yeah, it bent my bumper, popped my tire, broke my hitch, and
Oh my gosh.
imagine if that had happened when you were
Hmm.
going down a highway.
Yeah, 55 miles an hour. That would
Oh,
catastrophic.
man.
Yeah.
Thankfully, it turned out okay.
Yeah.
yeah, cost me a little, but
Could have
got all
cost a
that
lot more.
fixed.
Hello, Marines and Army Mom. Good to see you.
Hi, Marines and Army Mom.
Yeah, we just pulled in and parked, registered for the campground. I went to go start her up, pull off the side. It's like, hey, did you guys disconnect the Jeep?
Yeah.
Mark says it sounds like a country song.
Yep.
Yeah.
My Jeep broke loose and killed my cow. Oh no! Look at that. Let me bigify you there. Tony.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
That's the receiver.
Oh my goodness.
that really sheared off, didn't it?
Yeah, did a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, like you said, at least it happened at 2 miles an hour instead of not 55.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was going a little faster. It would have engaged my emergency brake on the Jeep,
Right.
and it wouldn't have slammed into the back of my motorhome.
Yeah.
This piece of metal went right through my tire.
Woo. Oh
Ooh.
man. DC Outdoors. Good to see you.
Yeah.
I can very highly sympathize with that because I used to work on a tow truck for a while,
Uh
and those things are not supposed to do that
No, they're not.
Yeah.
at all. So I am very glad that you guys are okay.
Yeah.
I know may have caused a bit of damage, but damage can be fixed. You
Yeah.
know, you guys,
Yeah.
God,
your
I
lives are more
can't.
important than that.
I can't hang around. I go make a video. I will talk to you later.
Okay, DJ.
Okay, see you
Okay.
then.
All right.
Alright, bye guys.
Okay.
Bye.
Randy, Northeastern Missouri Hunter. Good to see you. All right, everybody. You know how we normally do it. Type the word camping in the comment section. It'll drop your link. And so, well, hopefully, Tony, that you'll get all this ironed out and it won't hit your pocketbook too hard.
I've got all that already worked out, fixed. You know, right now I've got my dash laying out in the open. I got a bunch of electrical issues,
Wow. Man, oh man. Yep.
which is
Put the
absolutely
damper on.
frustrating.
I bet.
Yeah, it'll put a damper on your planes for sure.
Yeah.
Especially when you're trying to, you're on a bit of a time limit for this place to this place.
Yeah. You wonder why it couldn't have happened when you were just sitting there, you know. But now you want to make your big trip north. That's when it happens. Yeah.
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 Well, the big
One of
one
my-
right now is my rear camera is not working, so I can't even watch the Jeep behind me.
Right.
And I don't like that. I like to be able to see it just in case. It
Something
wouldn't have
like that
mattered
happened.
what happened, but I'd been able to see it in the camera.
Absolutely. Yeah. Man. Wow. Larry and Robin, good to see you.
I expect Johnny is on his way home from the gym right about now.
I would suspect.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. Yeah. He'll pop in and.
Yeah.
And, all right. Doing all right, Rebecca?
It's a bit smoky here.
This is the first time I've ever done it when I was on someone's live.
Uh-huh.
I popped out
Yeah.
the YouTube side
Uh-huh.
Oh, I
That's
don't
what I was. That's what I was doing.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have to. So I don't have to go back and forth, switching back and forth to type something in.
Gotcha.
Mm.
Chad Thomason, good to see you. All right. Dung Tutor Ayuban. I apologize if I messed that up there, Dung. But,
I had to be close.
but we are world famous for messing stuff up. So.
Oh yeah.
I had a couple of those over mine minutes ago. I don't know how to say this. I don't know how to say this, so I'm just going to put it up on screen.
Or just say hello, my friend.
I think it's all for Al. It's just payback for everybody messing his name up.
Yeah, because I mean, the first few months I did, and then finally Al says, "May I interject something?" I said, "Sure." My name is
Oh, is it? Yeah, it's paid.
Yeah.
Because I had to get to know you a little bit first, right?
Yeah.
Make sure I wasn't going to insult you or anything.
Yeah.
You know, you're saying my name
Now
wrong.
that you do know me, that I'm just like you. I mean, this is like we see a word and we try to visualize it, and then we try to put that syllables to
How
it.
is it supposed to sound?
Right. But I mean, even my name, I've gotten Collier, just all sorts of.
Hard to think on them when you're sitting there, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but
I know. That's like there's. I think it's Shirley and them says it on purpose now.
No, that's fair.
Right?
Mhm.
This is El Chafe, and I
Okay.
says it's Chafe. I said it's
That's-
French.
kind of like Dorset, you know. Yeah. But,
It's French, okay? No. But no,
As
it's
you
all
can
good.
see, my camping right now is not near like it was last week.
Yeah. I liked your
That's it.
video for the Alliance that you put up, Tony. I
I
watched
told
that
you
this morning.
I had to do something different because I really couldn't have a fire, so I just kind of explained what I do when I can't have a fire.
But that was a good way to do it because you showed the multiple different ways that you can do things
Yeah.
when you're out doing stuff. So it was really nice. It was really well put together.
yeah.
Thank you.
Awesome. So, what is the April challenge?
Catch and cook.
Catch and cook.
What is it?
I believe Mark's already got his out. He did a rabbit. I haven't seen it yet, but
Oh my God, you got to go and watch it. It's what a
Oh,
fantastic.
I will. It's on
hobby.
my list.
You should see the tracking skills of this man. They're amazing. Really, it's amazing the tracking skills that he put into this.
What's up, my friend?
Oh, that was quick.
Hey, you weren't expecting to be here this quick?
Dave, real quick on that trigger.
Drop back the basement
Yes.
for 5 minutes.
As soon as I saw you, I said, energize, man.
So
Yeah, he's
nutmeg.
He's
Nutmeg.
using,
I can't see it very well. My glasses.
Palmetto.
Dave's
Palmetto.
using new transporters.
Palmetto. Okay.
Mhm. Yeah.
Thank
In other
you
words,
so much.
Connecticut to South Carolina, right?
That's right.
That's right. Mhm.
I just finished shooting a review and I saw the notification you were live. So I was like, oh, let me see if I
Awesome,
can
man.
hop on again.
Awesome.
Sweet.
Mhm.
Welcome to the Misfits.
That's right.
Is that what we are now?
Yeah.
You're
That's
I
a
think
lot
the best
nicer than what I've heard other people.
description.
That's a lot nicer than what I've heard other people call us.
Yeah. You're only called, if you can see
Yeah, that was
a name that's got, say, 3 or 4 letters in it, and if you can mispronounce that, you belong to us. Yeah.
We will make sure it gets mispronounced.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. You're looking at the only. You're looking at the only people in town that mispronounce when my friends from Canada say "eh." We didn't even know what it meant.
I don't say that. I don't say that.
Uh-huh.
I don't say-
No, you're
That's
actually pretty good
mainlander.
about not using that word.
Yeah.
Listen, here's the thing with Canada, okay?
Uh,
When you're on the mainland, which is the continental Canada,
right.
they use A.
Hey.
When you're not on the mainland, when you're in Newfoundland, we don't use that.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
The Atlantic provinces don't use that. That's a mainlander talk. That's what we call mainlander talk. That's not Newfoundland.
That's why y'all sound more like Americans than Canadians.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Uh-huh.
It's the honest. You go back and look at my videos and see how many times I was saying something and said "a" at the end of it.
Yeah.
I don't,
You don't.
unless I'm making fun of them.
Is there a turf war? Is there a turf war between the coastal Canadians and the inland Canadians?
Yeah, we kind of just tolerate each other.
Yeah.
Well, we do the same for Texas, so.
Yeah, about 40 years ago, Al and them thought about joining the states. I hear tell.
We were in 1949. We were actually given the option: join up with the United States or join up with Canada. Stupid.
Should have made your own country.
You bought
Well, we were at the time. We were the Republic of Newfoundland. We were not associated with any country at the time.
right.
We were. That's where this. You know how I got these little flags with the, and on my sticker, this sticker has got the green, white, and pink. That's the Republic of Newfoundland. That's not Newfoundland and Labrador. That's what we were before we were joined with Canada.
Gotcha.
And when we were given the options to join with Canada or the United States, this well, we call him a little bit of a clown now, but Joey Smallwood put on this big push. We'd be better off with Canada and this, that, and everything else. And so, at the time we joined Canada, Newfoundland had money in the bank. We had all of our own fishery.
Mm-hmm.
No one was allowed to fish off the Grand Banks because it was ours. It wasn't anyone else's. And Newfoundland was doing well. We had an influx of money coming in and all this stuff. The country in Newfoundland, the Republic of Newfoundland, had money in the bank for itself.
Mm-hmm.
Joined up with Canada now. We
Gone.
got no more fishery. We're not allowed to go out and fish anymore.
Yeah.
But you know what? I saw a dragger come in here and drop his nets and go off out
Into the ocean, huh?
Oh,
into the
wow.
ocean. Now a dragger, and you tell me what's wrong with our fishery?
Yeah.
We might have our Medicare, but you know what? I just heard recently that this young girl was going to the doctor because she was sick. The doctors didn't even look at her, sent her home. Here she had salmonella and got sepsis and died.
Oh my goodness.
16. The doctors are not,
Not doing the
yeah,
job.
okay, you gotta pay for your Medicare, but you get the doctor that's gonna look after you.
Right. Yeah.
Right? I'd rather have insurance and pay for the Medicare myself.
Right.
And
Yeah.
now here we are with Mr. Oh boy, I'm not even gonna get into that because that's not.
Yeah.
But we would have been way better off joining the States, because if we did join the States, none of these boats would be out here fishing up all of this fish, because you know what? The United States wouldn't tolerate that.
Yeah.
All for naught.
We got
I mean,
we
Coast
got-
Guard would take care of that real quick.
out here, we got China, we got Russia, we got all these countries sending boats over on this side. Now, from China coming over on this side,
Right.
Yeah,
The
that's
fish
a
are
long boat
waters.
trip.
Mhm.
right? So, and yet we're not allowed to go out and catch fish. We used to have 4 fish plants down here in the harbor. 2 of them are gone.
Mhm.
One is only open for 3 months out of the year, and the other one stays open a little bit longer because they take some of the offshore boats coming in.
Were you born there, Al?
Yeah.
You born right there?
I remember, oh gosh, the boats they used to go out and they call them pom-poms.
Mhm.
And there's a wooden boat, and they used to go on out, and they had the trap set, cod traps. They used to make 3 and 4 trips with that boat. Literally, there's a rail like 3 or 4 inches from the top of the boat
Mhm.
down to the keel. There's the rail.
Yeah.
That rail used to be at water level, coming in full of fish.
Right.
And I mean fish 6-7 foot long,
Wow.
right? Not small little codfish.
big
These things were
Yeah.
big fish. And now,
Outfit
not
everything.
anymore.
Well, we got.
we can catch 5 fish for 3 days a week in 1 month.
Oh
So
man.
we get, and it's a weekend fish rate. It's 3 days in 1 month. You're allowed 5 fish a day.
Yeah. You know, we got sort of the same problem here, Al. The Chesapeake Bay, a couple hundred years ago, I mean, you could just walk out in the water, they say, and just pick up oysters and literally fish with your hand. Now, I mean, you don't see any of that anymore. So, yeah.
Why are there no regulation protecting against these like extreme like foreign countries that are not exactly right near you?
If I had my good camera that I got now and caught him on video doing what he did in that trawler would have been grounded. They would have seized everything he had in the hull because that's illegal.
Mm-hmm.
To come
Aren't
in
you
that
supposed
close.
to stay like 200 miles offshore unless it's your area?
Yeah.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying because he was backing the boat in. We thought he was coming in the harbor.
Right.
And he stopped.
Good to see you.
He stopped just outside the point of the harbor, and you start seeing all these things falling into the water. And Nicole said to me, she said, "Is that people jumping in the boat?" And I was looking, and I said, "No." I said, "That looks like he's dropping a net or something."
Yeah.
And then he started going forward after a few minutes, and you saw the dragnet spread out
Oh my goodness.
and go on. I'm like, we got no fishery because of these people.
Right. Man.
Right? They're just dredging, and when a dragnet goes through, it doesn't just drag up what you want.
Right.
You
Hey,
drag
Jonesy.
everything.
Mhm.
So,
Hey, Jonesy, what's up, my friend? 7:20 a.m. on a Thursday there. So, Jonesy, you
you're
can
not just killing off one fishery, you're killing off a bunch of fisheries.
Jonesy, yeah.
Hi, Jonesy.
Jonesy,
Hey, John Green.
you had a good evening or not?
I'm gonna be so glad when I have new glasses.
You can't see nothing?
Oh, I can see, but it's really fuzzy.
Yeah. I got the same
I
problem.
understand that.
That's why you guys see me move up because
Uh-huh.
I'm like trying to read.
I needed glasses 10 years ago, and I'm happy with everything being a little fuzzy.
Yeah.
That's just my mind.
Yeah, be careful, Al. That's ours fighting words. Yeah.
Oh, boy. That's always nice.
So, what flavor of beer you got there?
No, I'm drinking Busch Light.
Busch Light.
I have completely the opposite of Busch Light.
It looks like coffee.
Almost root beerish. Yeah.
It's a German chocolate cake stout.
Oh my goodness.
It's 10%, and I'll say the name if I'm allowed to use profanity on the channel.
If it's on the can,
No.
what's going on?
It isn't.
It's not the shitty light beer, is it?
Fuck a 9 to 5.
Oh, did you read the stipulations on the F-bomb and stuff like that they come out with the new terms?
I saw it was if you say it within the first
7
minute
minutes.
or something.
Yeah, it used to be the first 8 minutes. Now they got it down to if you say it once within the first couple of minutes, it's fine. If you're dropping it all the time, then you're going to be demonetized. So at this point, we're 23 minutes in.
Yeah.
They don't care.
They don't care what happens.
As
Yeah.
long as they're still trying to keep us
They
civil
know-
and
They know the society we live in has the attention span of a gnat. So by the time you get to past 10 minutes, everyone leaves anyway.
Little red.
Right.
Yeah. That's true.
I'll be right back.
and it slips sometimes, you know. Some people slips and look at Jackie. I mean, like we all know Jackie.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, I
think
haven't seen
anybody-
her around in a while, but we all know Jackie, and Jackie comes in and every now and again swoop, you know, because
Yeah.
that's just the way she talks.
Yeah.
I've never said that word.
Really.
I said that word a lot when I got home today because I stubbed my toe and I think I broke it.
That's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
good.
I think we use fudge anymore. Fudge. Snap. You know. Oh, snap.
No, I can't say fudge because then I want fudge to go.
Yeah. All right. See,
See
Ellie.
what you want to see what I'm munching on?
Uh, what is pretzel?
Walnut.
Granola.
What is it?
Walnut.
Walnut. Okay.
Walnut.
Oh, walnuts.
Walnut.
Nice. Ellie and
Ellie M.
all those friends. We got Jerry. We got Ashley. We got Jones. We got
My top nut would be cashew.
Peter.
That's just with Becca.
Mm-hmm.
We got Mark.
Yeah.
Lots of nice people in here tonight.
Yeah, lots of nice folks up in here, man.
It's fantastic. Don't forget, guys, to hit that thumbs up button now for Dave,
I appreciate that.
because
Yeah,
that
mash
really
it.
will help out the
Mash it.
channel.
And anybody that has not come up here before, why don't you come on up here? Hit that link and come on up here and try your hand here.
Yeah, don't be afraid. We don't bite much.
Mm-mm. Nope. We'll let you take your turn of messing people's names up. Yeah, we are good at it. Yeah, so
We are real good at it. It's our specialty.
that's
No
right.
doubt.
All right. So Tony, when you leave on Friday, where's destination number one?
Northern eastern Utah or Arizona, northeast Arizona somewhere.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yep.
I just have to drive there.
Right here.
I know it's that away.
Yeah.
We will get there eventually.
Yep. So when are you hoping to be back in Washington State?
May.
May. Yep.
There's something there waiting for you.
There's a bunch of stuff there waiting for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, but mine is more important. No, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Is Washington?
I want
home
another
or is
necklace.
Washington vacation?
Hey, Jerry.
Hey, hey, Dave.
I would imagine you got a good bit of stuff there.
Rebecca,
waiting.
Tony,
Hey, Jerry.
Al,
Hi,
and
Jerry.
I don't know the guy
What's
in
up,
the middle
Jerry?
there. What's your name there? In the middle, next to me.
Chase, but my channel's Nutmeg 2 Palmetto.
But your name's Chase?
Yep.
Chase. All right. Well, Chase, you just picked up a new subscriber from Ellie.
Well,
It
thank
got
you.
me too.
Thank you. Thank you. Live seem to do that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Type the word camping in the little chat box there. It'll bring up your channel link automatically. So,
I've done it a few times. Oh, it's still.
so Jerry, how are you, man?
A little tired.
A little tired.
Yeah. What's going on?
Not a thing, man. Just it switched right straight from spring to summer in a quick heartbeat here. It's in the upper
We had 3 inches of rain and hail here this morning.
That's what's coming at us tomorrow. So that's probably what passed you and heading my way.
God, it was terrible.
Yeah.
It woke me up out of a dead sleep.
Wow.
Ooh,
I had a sunny snowstorm.
Yeah.
So-
I'll have
so-
snow up
so
till
we're-
Tuesday.
Oh,
Yeah, but it was
I gotta
sunny
get-
too.
I gotta get subscribed to Nutmeg. Where is he? Okay, hell, there he is. I got it. No, I don't have it.
I need to go get a drink.
All
There
right.
he is.
DJ, what's up, man?
Hey,
he's
Jeff.
back.
Hey, DJ.
Nobody should be forgotten. Good to see you.
Oh, DJ, what are you doing here?
Hey, Jerry.
You're following me.
No.
That's not a surprise.
Yeah, but I just got done recording my video, so need to edit it, but I could do that while I talk to y'all. Yeah. Yeah.
Double dealing under the table, are you?
I get that.
Yeah. Whatever, Al.
Well, you are. You're
I
here,
have,
but you're not really
seven,
here.
I have 7 videos already up, just waiting for the date to come, DJ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's-
Every other day.
That's the way I want to get this summer. I want to have videos lined up, just already uploaded, and it's just the date will come and they will drop.
That's I got.
Yeah, I've got
That's
a
what I'm
while
working
before
at.
I have to worry about it.
Yeah.
too.
I got the next 2 weeks done.
Jerry, that's how I used to be.
And then you got attacked with
But
Devil
then you
Dogs.
got lazy.
Well,
You got in touch with Devil
no,
Dogs, see?
because That's how I used to do it because I used to put out 5 videos a week, and I would get ahead of myself
Right.
by a month.
I tell you what, if y'all have not checked out Nobody Should Be Forgotten, that channel, go check that out. He's in the room right now. That is an awesome channel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nobody should be forgotten.
Yeah. Yep.
Well, I mean,
You're making me work now. You know that, don't you?
I mean, owls should
What?
be owls should be forgotten.
Oh,
Maybe so. I wish everybody would forget me sometimes.
I was
You know?
about to say DJ can run his mouth a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, DJ
yeah,
can run his
DJ.
mouth a lot. He's been hanging around with
Yeah,
Devil Dog too much.
He's gotten real bad. Is Devil Dog in
Hey,
here?
that's not because of the dog. That's just me.
Oh, so you were always saucy. You just never told anybody.
Is
Yeah.
Devil Dog in here? Anybody know if he's lurking?
No,
He probably.
They're lurking.
Just in case. Look at this.
Yeah. Johnny should be lurking here in a
Nice.
bit. Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny ought to be chiming in any minute now.
Yeah, LEM says if y'all could mention this channel right here. I've never heard of this one. Strange Guys 1111.
Does it have anything to do with chickens?
I have no idea.
The emojis would imply that.
I'm gonna have to rely on somebody else to check that one out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dave,
Nice.
I'm gonna step down and I'm gonna go make my brother and I some salmon croquettes.
Sounds great.
Oh,
Take care.
That's what I'm
Sure.
gonna do.
that's a
Mac,
fun guy.
fresh mac and cheese and spinach.
Ooh,
That's what our
Ooh.
supper's gonna be tonight. So,
sounds great.
Oh,
All right.
That sounds
Cool.
really good.
see you guys later. I'll be running.
All righty.
See ya.
sun is starting to go down a bit.
So what you got planned for tomorrow there, Al?
What's some more? Tomorrow is Garrett. I might not be doing much of anything tomorrow. You know, if I still feels like this when I get up in the morning,
Right.
I think I'm just gonna
Chill.
chill, take it easy
Jason.
before I get over this, and then
Funny Jason.
Hey, Jason, what's up, man?
Jason, I miss
Hey,
you already
Jason.
too, buddy.
I might
Jason. What's up, dude?
Yeah.
I might do some work on the video.
Cool.
I'll tell you.
All right. Chase, you got any big plans coming up, man?
Well, I think I'm gonna head up to the upstate.
Bless you.
I'm gonna head to the
Thank you.
Greenville area this weekend because it's Easter. I'll set up shop at my mom's house for the holiday weekend. And then after that, I'll be back. I'll come back home, and my father's coming down for a few weeks, help out with stuff and doing some stuff. Actually, we're going down to Braze Island
Oh, okay.
on the 14th for a shooting clays competition. I don't think I'm brave enough to enter because I haven't shot in years. So I will
That comes
spectate it.
back
I will
to you.
spectate and enjoy the environment.
There you go. All right.
That
Yeah.
comes back to you in a heartbeat.
In a heartbeat. Just like
no,
that.
no, that is true. So like
Yeah.
the last time I shot, I also hadn't shot in many, many years. And I freaking drilled a bullseye on like my first try. Or
Oh,
not a true bullseye, but pretty damn close.
Yeah.
So
It does. It comes back to you. Once it's muscle memory, is a lot of it, right? You're used to doing it from years ago, and you just pick it up and
Right.
just.
NDT
'Cause-
show. Good to see you.
And,
Hey,
and,
Al.
and
Hey,
not to pat myself on the back, but I also did it with a scope that hadn't been sighted yet.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's
So it was a
impressive.
factory. It was a factory sighting.
No, it was the friend of mine that
Factory sighting.
that took me out to the range that day. He was like verbally he was like verbally saying the adjustments he needed to make to it. So I kind of like made the adjustments in my head. I'm like, okay, he's saying it's up and to the right, so I'll bring it down and to the left, or whatever was going through my brain at the time.
But it does. That stuff comes back to you. I know that because it's been years since I was out doing anything like that. I've recently gotten back into it, and it just comes. I don't know. It's way easier now than it was then.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Burnt Church and I Spider Garage. Welcome in.
So Al, did you finish Denny Day's playlist yet?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I finished her lives, and I've done one of her shorter ones. I'm going to do her master list here now, just to make sure that I got everything covered.
Okay.
What do you
think?
She's less than 200 hours.
I've got my 1K,
Okay.
and I still need 1,900 hours.
1,900.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I figured out I got to get 33 hours a day for the next 57 days.
33.
Because I need to be monetized by June 1st, because after June 1st I'm going to lose 500 hours.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what happened with Danny's
anniversary.
Yeah.
Pardon me?
Anniversary?
No, November was.
Oh.
But I had a video last year that was on June 13th, no, June 12th, I guess I posted something like that. And it hit 20,000 views in 3 days.
Damn.
And
Wow.
it was 500 hours of it.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, just about cows and goats. I don't know why I had no idea why people were watching it. I mean, it was not a bad video, but I just don't understand why they were so engrossed in it. But it hit 20,000 views. It's now sitting at 20,000. Hang on here, I'm gonna say get my thing where.
Well, it sounds like another video about cows and goats should be made.
Well, you know what you got to do? You got to take that video down. Take that video down and then repost it.
With another
it's
title.
at 20,115 views right now.
No, use the same title, same hashtag, same everything. Take it down and repost it.
There's no hashtags. There's nothing. Matter of fact, it now is on my front page. It's my like, I don't know, the first one they show you.
Yeah. Your little trailer video.
Yeah.
Your little trailer video. But if you take that down and you repost it, what it'll do is it might catch on again, and then you'll pick up all those hours.
I don't see what the attraction is. I mean,
if it's the same video but you just rename it, the magic might happen again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I have lots of goats and cows around here. I mean, and lots of goats and cows videos. So I could take any video and it should take it the same thing. It doesn't.
Yeah.
That one for some reason was pushed out. They liked it, and
yeah,
I always cracked me up because it's 20,000. I always laughed about it being 20,000.
Yeah.
Did you try using the exact same tags and name and everything?
It had no tags. I had no tags in or nothing. Just all it says is goats and cows with an exclamation mark.
It just caught the algorithm on the right day.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
On the right day, and everybody in the world watched it. Seems like
Yeah.
What's this, goats and cows?
I got a stupid video on a chair that is still most views, most hours. The videos just keeps going nuts, and that was 2 years ago, and it's still doing that.
Yeah,
LB, good to see you, man.
A video I think should do really good.
LB.
Doesn't do nearly as good as other videos. Once I posted one this morning about the storm. It came short.
Sure.
And the storm came through it's loud as that because it was a lot of lightning and hail and everything. And it's at 81 views right now, and 12 comments.
Wow. Burnt Church, what I do sometimes is I'd simply just go back and find that video and give it a different title and see if it doesn't. Yeah.
So you go delete it and then repost it.
Oh no, just edit it.
Just edit it. Yeah, just hit edit and then give it a different title.
And leave the 20,000 views on it.
Yeah.
If you edit it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, I will say that things go for a failure that might be easy to entitle, but my most popular video, the title I have on it walks, but I don't know what I would retitle it as if I want to do that. So,
Hey, outdoor woman. Woman
because
outdoor. LB.
the most popular video on my channel at the moment is a fan series I did about Caillou dying from cancer.
Oh, okay. Chase, woman
Yeah,
outdoors is
cancer.
asking who you are.
I dropped the I dropped my link.
They already
for-
worked it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Comment warriors.
All right.
For some reason, I don't think that was just salt. I think that's Chef's spicy rub.
Heck, since I've been in here, I've gone up. What did I tell you? It was 1,008. Now I'm at 1,022.
Wow.
No.
Well, that's good. So, how you got until June 1st to cover that territory?
Well, yeah, if I get the 1,900 hours between now and June 1st, and I think it's like the 13th, 14th, and 15th that 500 hours comes off.
Okay.
But I just if I could get average 33 hours a day.
Colby.
Yeah,
Hey,
but I
Colby.
have for the month of
Colby.
April. For the month of
The
April, I only have
microphone is messed up, Colby.
I only
Yeah.
have 20. I only have 27 hours coming off for the whole month of April. For
Okay.
the whole month. So I've kind of charted it out so I could keep track
Sure.
of it.
Right.
And 27.3 hours comes off the month of April, and the month of May I have. I haven't added it up yet, but it's not that many.
Okay. Well,
But
Jerry,
I've already made, like today, Monday I made 59.4 hours.
right.
But I don't know how many of those 59.4 hours are actual live hours.
Right. Yeah.
Jerry, you get in the weeds with the analytics.
Yeah, I love it. I like doing it. I like doing that. I like doing that. I like editing. I could sit here all day and just edit and do the analytics. There's no problem.
Yeah.
I like to see what makes it tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to edit, but analytics is not my thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's like me. I don't mind doing editing. I could sit down and edit videos all day long.
All day long. Yeah, I'm the same way. But
Yeah.
When it comes to looking at those numbers, Ned, I understand the numbers. I know what the numbers are doing and what they're saying, but I don't like looking at them.
Yeah.
Well, that's kind of what we're doing here tonight. We're doing this subscriber only, but not using the new feature because I don't know about y'all. This new way of doing it, the numbers just don't line up right. It's almost
What do you mean? What do you mean, Dave?
The sharing out, because StreamYard has this share out where I can broadcast on,
Right.
like I can broadcast Dave's live on mine, and it doesn't.
Piggybacking.
Yeah, the numbers are not lining up to what they should be because when we did that thing for Danny, we had everybody in Danny's room, and she never saw no increase in her hours at all.
Yeah, and then we did it like that same night or a week after. Al went live and I jumped on his piggyback. Then we did it the thing, and I think Danny was also on both of ours, and we were sending people to her.
Yep.
But
we were sending everybody that came in. We sent to her room, and it didn't seem like it made any difference to her hours at all.
So
did you check that 2 days later?
Well, we did that, and she said she saw no appreciable gain in it, which
really
right. So tonight, what I'm doing is the old-fashioned way, and tomorrow morning we wake up and see what the hours did because
you'll be able to see how many hours you've gotten, but you won't be able to tell how many hours has gone up until you wait till 2 days later.
2 days later, Weather Watcher, good to see you. All right.
Yeah, on my chart that I did here, I'll just give you a little short click of it. I put the count of days. I don't know if you can see that or not.
Yeah.
And the minuses are how many hours are coming off each day.
Okay.
Right, and
Oh.
then the bottom number, right, like where the 17.17 is right here,
Yeah.
that's how many hours went on that day. And then like the 59.4, I got 31.2, 31.3 going on from Tuesday, but it doesn't. It won't count until tonight when the hours go up, because they go up in the evening, they go down in the morning.
Okay. Well, look
So-
at see,
so
LB
if
said
you-
the same thing. The other night with Shirley only gave me 20 watch hours, which
Oh, that's crazy.
yeah. So that's what I'm saying. I mean, we may see this astronomical amount, say 58 people in the room, but the hours given are not matching with the numbers of people on the screen.
Yeah. So somewhere along the line, we're getting
Something's
zipped
being
out.
dropped.
Well, I
Well, the whole
would,
thing, this is coming through StreamYard, is what's actually allowing the piggybacking. It's not
Yep.
YouTube.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that might be the problem. Is it's YouTube's not recognizing it.
Maybe.
well,
Yeah, but
well,
the thing is
no, Jerry,
it has to be recognized by YouTube, because if I goes in now and Dave got it turned on, I goes in and I says share Dave's live with my audience.
Right.
When I click that, the StreamYard will actually open up. I have to give up my own name.
Right.
It's the same as me launching StreamYard. I have to give up my own name, my own everything, then hit launch. And it'll come up on my YouTube.
Right.
yes, and
So it's the same as if I'm streaming from StreamYard onto my YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I
Yeah.
not doing the hours?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what the problem
I
is.
mean,
I'm
that-
telling you right now, I'm not an expert at
Yeah.
it. I don't,
that-
I like to
Neither am
know
I.
why also, because I like to. That's the whole thing I like to figure out. Gary and I, try to work together to figure out certain things, and we do different things to find out why.
Mhm.
So that will be a good thing, a good topic for me to bring up on Friday night at the live we do, because we do a live every Friday night on analytics and stuff. And that will be something we'll bring up and try to figure it out. But yeah, it makes no sense.
but-
I mean,
It doesn't make any sense. 'Cause-
But Jerry, if I may, I did the co-stream as well, and when I co-streamed on Monday with Sully, I only had about on average 3 to 4 people in there at a time. At the point I ended my stream, my total watch hours for that stream was 12 watch hours at the point I ended it, and I did notice that did add to my overall watch time. Now I would say if you're checking the next day, the hours you got from when it's July, they won't be in the analytics, because at that point it counts the hours from the time it posts as a VOD. So that's why whenever I go live on anyone's stream, I pull up YouTube Studio in another browser so I could see at the end how many watch hours I get. Now, pardon me, I got a phone call from Eddie.
okay.
He knows I'm
Starts
live.
it's ready.
Well,
That's what you do to him all the time.
Yeah, that's true.
Guys, LB was just saying there in the chat that they're having some really bad storms down that way, so
Yeah.
she's just gone out there now to batten down her herb garden and that, make sure that it all stays okay.
I'm glad I'm headed north because it gets bad here next week. It's going to be in the 90s.
Yep.
It was 84 here yesterday.
It's pushing 90 down
40,
here today.
49 now.
Hey, Tuber Chat.
Tuber Chat is in the house. Good to see you.
Kevin.
Tuber.
And nobody should be forgotten. Just stepped out too.
Yep. All right. Any of you folks want to try your hand to come up on the screen? Now's the time. But I don't know, Jerry. I mean, the last 2 or 3 weeks, the numbers in it just aren't adding up.
Right.
I can't explain it. By my count, that night that we were helping Danny, we should have crossed that line. With the amount,
or very nearly crossed that line. She should not have needed.
But the thing is, you guys don't know how many hours she actually had coming off.
Yeah, we do.
Do we?
How?
Because we checked it ahead of time. She hasn't been up online.
From a year ago? She didn't do nothing a year ago? She didn't do anything a year ago.
Yeah, she's over a year. That's what happened. What happened was she had her 4,000 hours.
Yeah.
And she crossed over the year and she lost 500 hours. And before she lost her, I didn't realize she had lost hours. She didn't even realize she had lost hours because at the time she still had all of her hours. And I made a big push to get her up over the 1K.
Right.
And she did. And you know how YouTube is. It goes up, goes down, goes up.
Yeah.
Goes down.
Yeah,
Even going up and going down, she lost 500 hours.
So every single day, hours come off, right?
Yes.
Every day. It's a 365 degree days, and it moves ahead every single day. So whatever's
what
on
it does, though, it takes the hours off for the morning, and then what hours did you pick? Go back on 2 days ago goes on in the evenings. And I've tracked this every day for like last month, and I noticed that at 6 o'clock in the morning I get on, my hours have gone down by whatever it showed a year ago, like 1.2 or whatever it is. And then that evening, like I just checked it. It's not 6 o'clock yet. It hasn't gone up yet. For instance, like yesterday when I checked it, I had 2083 yesterday. This morning I got up, I have 2082, and it's still posting from 2 days ago, which is on my. If you would look at my earn, and then look at that little thing, it says on April 3rd, and it still shows that I'm at 2082. But at 6 o'clock tonight when I check it, or 7 o'clock tonight when I check it, I had 59.4 hours. Now, of course, I don't know how many of those were actual short at time.
Right.
But in that 59 hours, I say this has got to at least be 20 hours. There's actual video because I was on a live on Monday night. Mm-hmm. So I'll have to see how many hours go on at that.
Well, you see, you think about it is like, say, even if you got 50 hours from a watch alive, and if you lost 50 hours or more, you'll
go negative.
Yeah, go negative.
Right. You go down. So that's why I like I said, I wrote down every day. I went through the list and just day by day. I looked at it for a year ago, and I wrote down all the minuses that's supposed to come off. And then I have to watch every day how many plus hours it goes up. Like today, I checked it for actually it was for Tuesdays. That's as close as you get on the watch hours. Is Tuesday, the 4th of the shows. It shows 31.3. So, but that Tuesday will not show up until Thursday because it's 2 days later. That's what's confusing. A lot of people think it's instantaneous, but everything's 2 days behind on your watch hours.
Right.
I just recently passed 1 year, and the next day, like day 366, it got cut in half. Just because I went past that 1 year mark.
Wow.
Yeah, that's if it went. There must have more to it than that. I mean, did you do a video or something a year ago?
It would have that 1 year mark would have been my first video on the channel.
Okay, that video came off. Yeah, I'll show my screen and show you guys what I'm talking about if you want. I mean, it's up to you.
Go ahead. Yeah.
But my first video, I don't think got more than 40 views, which is fairly decent in beer world, but not decent in overall YouTube world, obviously.
Okay, there it is. Okay, right there. All right. So right here, that's okay. Let me get this right here. Where we at? That's on 28 days. I need to go 365. All right. Right here is April 5th. All right, which is today, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so that comes that there. That 1.2 hours is going to come off tomorrow.
Okay.
All right, and then you go over the other side here. This shows you. Come on, April 4th is 31.3 hours. It's going to go on, but in that 31.3 hours, there's some. I do shorts. If I didn't do any shorts, it'd be one thing, but I do shorts, so there's shorts in there. So I don't know how many hours of the shorts total to make that difference up.
That was a recent thing, right? They never used to count the shorts.
Yeah, February.
According to what
Hi, Danny.
Belt Loop's telling me is if their people are watching your shorts through their short algorithm, it's recommended short. They watch it through that, it doesn't count. But if they go into your page and watch it, or they go to your short list or whatever you have your list in and watch it, he says it does count. I tend to disagree with that. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's true because if it did, it would show you on the analytics of your shorts, mm-hmm. which I'll show you what I'm talking about.
But think about it like this. Let's say when you every day a day comes off. What if the day that comes off was a real big peak day for you?
Like this here, you see this right here?
Yeah.
These hours right here is what I'm talking about. Coming off. They're set. The June 7th is 2.6. June 8th is 14.6.
Can I clarify one thing here for sure? Because I know this for a fact.
Okay.
Shorts don't count towards your watch hours in one way or another at all.
See, I agree with that, Al.
Shorts are put on right now. You can get monetized with your shorts. They count by views. That's it.
By 10 million views.
It goes by the actual view of your short. You need to get 10 million in 3 months.
Yeah, and I agree with Al completely. But according to the Belt Loop, he's saying that they watch them through your. Like I did a short. I have a short list.
Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter because if you're watching your shorts, you're getting your views. You're not getting time for your shorts because your shorts are all under a minute.
I agree with you. I'm not arguing with you. I agree with you.
No, I know. But okay, I know that because that's something that
June 10th there's 5. June 10th, dang it. June 11th is 16.8. That comes off. The 12th is 50 hours. The 13th is 100 hours. Come on. The 14th is 96 hours.
Yeah. I can see where you get yourself in a pickle right quick.
Yeah, see that big peak. My wife and I added that whole peak up there, and that's 500 hours, and it's a 7-day period. And I said, what the heck do we do to get those hours? Well, I went back and realized it's that 20,000 view video that everybody and their brother watched that 20,000 view video, and that gave me all that 500 hours.
All right, here's what.
See, I have everything after that. See how everything after that is real low. There are some peaks in there, but they're real low. But I haven't really started pushing until November this year, where I was at a year is when I really started pushing my videos.
Yeah, what does Tuber Chat say?
It's right there.
Shorts do not count towards traditional hours. Exactly.
That's what I say.
Yep. And that's what I was saying too. They do not in any way, shape, or form show up or count towards your hours. They're done separately because it's a way to get monetized now.
Right. I and that's what I was saying. I agree with that part. That's
so
just
as much as Gary thinks if they go into your playlist and watch them, no, you're not. You're still not getting credit for it.
Yeah, I agree with you, Al. I agree with you. I'm arguing. I'm not. I'm just saying that's what he thinks.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
Believe it. Yeah. But the hours still are in your hours for the day.
Hey, Chef.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Those are all those hours are actually into the day. So on my list that showed those hours coming off, those are actually they're time watching, because there's time watching videos. It's just it doesn't count towards actual watch hours.
Right.
So you have watch hours that kind of come out.
Well, my concern about this, like this new multi-streaming thing, is if somebody starts on my channel, but then pops over to another channel that I am helping,
right?
Is that other person truly getting the hours, or am I getting the
Yeah,
hours?
that's what we're wondering.
Yeah,
That's a good question.
yeah.
Because
But
it doesn't seem to be adding up.
Somebody's gonna have to set up a test, I think.
Yeah.
And say, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and just test it, and figure out how you want to test it, and then test it and figure out if that's what it is. But they've got to understand also how the hour system works.
Right.
And you got to find out how many hours you have coming off versus how many hours you're going to be putting on there.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's a whole big mathematical thing, and I mean, I could figure it out because I'm a mathematical person like that. But
Right.
you have to be sure you've got all your ducks in a row and all your T's crossed and all your I's dotted, and be able to figure out if it is or isn't.
And then, not to mention, if there's say 5 or 6 of us out here streaming together, okay, let's say I'm the parent streamer, okay, I'm the number one starting it, and there's 5 other people streaming, okay, my algorithm or analytic numbers are saying one thing, but if theirs is saying something totally else, and they're losing hours because of what's taken off each day.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Uh-huh.
But the thing, I can go in and show you, like the live that I was on with Desi and everything, that I got hours on. It wasn't a lot of hours.
So you guys don't think the discrepancy has anything to do with each individual streamer's 365?
That's what I'm thinking. I mean, I may be trying to help somebody, but if they're unhelpable, they're too far back, am I really helping them? And see what Tuber Chat said, good question. I've done a lot of watch hour experiments over the last years, but that's going to be an interesting one. The StreamYard multi-stream feature is interesting also. So I don't know.
Okay, you want to bring this is the one. This is the one from Sunday. All right, this is the one that Des was doing. I popped on and I was streaming. Also, if you go into the reach part, and then you can go down there. See, it shows I only had 1.3 hours because I wasn't on there that long with her.
Yeah.
So I had 380 impressions and 7 views, but it's not even it's not even a quarter of an hour. Mm-hmm. But if you go to another one that I co-stream with, let's see. Here's one where it was the other night when Rebecca was making a hat. All right, and then I had people watching my watch. There's 26.91 hours that was videoed. That's that. And unless I'm missing that wrong, that's not true. But it says there watch time from impressions was 26.91 hours. So unless I'm reading this wrong or I'm not understanding it right, I should get that 26 hours from that thing 2 days later.
Right.
That's how I feel. I read it. Maybe I'm reading it wrong.
Jerry, I don't know. I mean, I'm watching what Tuber Chat is saying here, and I'm hearing what you're saying. I don't think any of us actually truly understand what this new feature is doing. Because I mean, to me, like I said, if my analytics are one thing, I'm monetized, but now I've turned on this multi-stream function and I'm trying to help somebody else. Am I really truly helping them or not? That's
right.
That's what I want to know.
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
How?
But the thing, also is I have people say they're playing my playlist. Like Al said, I mean, he's playing Danny's playlist. And do you play it 24/7?
I try to play as long as I can, but
okay,
yeah.
My playlist is 3 days long, and 1 hour, or almost 2 hours. 3 days and 2 hours long. If you play my master list, that's how long it tells. I've got a program that you can go in and check how many hours there actually is in that playlist.
Right.
I don't know if you guys I've heard of that program before. It's
Yeah.
YouTube Play. Have you seen it before?
I have seen it before. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I've kept it, so I could go in there and click on my playlist and put it in there, and it tells you how many days and hours it is, and it says like it's 3 days, 1 hour, 47 minutes, and 54 seconds, or something like that. You know, so it's basically over 3 days. Well, 3 days is 72 hours.
Mhm.
So if Al would play it, my list, and play it straight through from beginning to end, I should get 24 hours in a day from him on that playlist if he
Right.
sat there and watched the whole thing. And then Dave, if you did it and Al did both, and those two together, I should have 48 hours from that playlist.
Right.
And if you did it, if both of you guys did it for the full 3 days, I should end up with 48 times 3 out of there
Mhm.
in 3 days.
Well, the thing about it is let's say somebody is in the need of 1,500 hours.
Right.
It's going to take a team of people running literally nonstop for a couple of weeks to push you over that line.
Well, if you say take that number, 1,500 hours, all right?
Uh-huh.
If you had 1,500 hours and you had 15 people playing the playlist for 24 hours, okay?
Right.
So you take 15 times 24. That's 375 hours a day. If all 15 of those people played this playlist, started at the same time, or whatever you want out of it, they start playing the whole list, and they played it for 24 hours. That's 375. You take 5 days to end up making those 1,500 hours, or not quite 5 days, but
Right.
1,500
Right.
divided by 375. Take 4 full days, and in 4 days you have 1,500. But the problem is, and I'm not saying anything bad about anybody else, but people's hours, their playlists aren't that long. I've played 3 people's playlists this week, and they're only 79 videos. It takes me
Mine
less
is
than
that
24
long.
hours to
Oh
run it.
man, I got like 250 videos.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
I've got 400.
Look.
I'm at 400 now, or I think 400 or 300 or something like that.
I'm at 884.
Okay, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, the DJ's got 800. I have 302 on my master list, and those are counting lives and my videos. No shorts are in there. I've taken all the shorts out. It's just my videos and my lives. If you played that, if Al would play it or somebody would play it, it'd take 3 days to play through the whole list. You know,
Well,
and
But the thing
Yeah,
about
that's
that
amazing.
is even if all 3 of us are playing that list and we're adding those hours, but they're still taking off hours every day.
from a year ago, from what I had on there, right?
Yeah.
So for me right now in the month of April, I'm only losing like 1 to 2 hours a day.
right.
So I have to be sure that I keep a plus of 1 or 2 hours every day in order to get that up. But also you got the analytics where you can see your, how many people watching your videos. Like right now I have, in the last 48 hours, I have 969 views. Now, some of those may be videos and some of those could be shorts. And I know there's some are videos because I go back to look at my other list and it shows, let me see, where is it now? Videos. It shows like the short I put up this morning, 87 people watch that, and that's all that just happened. So 87 people watch it today. I've got a mail call that had 56 people, and that's a regular video.
Mhm.
And then I have 196 people watched a short that my wife put on yesterday of how the plants grow. So you go back and count all those up to figure out where the 900 and some odd views come from.
Yeah.
But they could go back and watch. Somebody could go in and watch your playlist to watch your videos way back when, and that's still counting as views today. So you don't really know where they're actually viewing. I mean, like
Right.
I said, it can get confusing, and it can be overwhelming all at once.
It's, let's say you wake up tomorrow morning and the video you put up yesterday morning, 24 hours ago, you've got 110 views.
Right.
By most people, that's a pretty good run. Okay.
Mm.
But what you don't know is of those 110 views, how many people actually watched the whole thing?
The whole thing, right? Ran it all the way through,
Yeah.
you
and not skip forward, and I mean, I'll be honest. I skip forward on some videos because part of it's doesn't is boring or doesn't isn't interested. I'm not interested in it, so I'll skip forward on some videos also. But when I play a playlist, I play it all the way through, and I don't it just runs, and I don't don't watch it, and it is just running constantly. But I go back and make comments in every video, and I go in and put likes in every video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing one of these.
Jerry, you watched my playlist.
Yes, I did.
I know you watched my playlist. I got 305 videos in it.
Yep.
And how long does it take you to get through my playlist? Do you remember?
I do not remember. It was more than 3 days.
Yeah, it was more because most of my videos are like
videos.
Yeah, some of his 24-hour videos were in there, and it ran and ran, and I thought, oh my Lord, and I should have done it to see how long. I should have pulled it up and see how long it would take to run the whole thing, and I didn't do that. But it ran for days, but I ran it all the way through. I started at the beginning, ran all the way through.
Yeah,
and it ended.
No, Gary, I will say I'm probably unlike most of y'all will. If I'm watching a video, I don't skip at all. I watch the whole video in its entirety.
But DJ, you're a unique person. Most people. I mean, let's really honest, Dave. How many times do you skip through a video? Do you watch the whole thing, or do you skip through a little bit sometimes? Dave.
Well, I generally, I try to watch it all the way through. Generally, I mean, there are times, let's say, somebody knocks at the door, or I walk away, or something like that. Then,
you leave it running, though, right?
Right.
Okay, well then it's being watched. But I'm not talking about trying to help someone with watches. I'm just talking about something you're looking for. If you go onto YouTube, if things you want to look and check out something, do you watch the whole video? I mean, honest, I don't.
Well, I'll be honest with you. My channel has gotten so diverse.
I do.
I've got people that try on dresses, and people that hunt alligators, and people that do all sorts.
Let's get back to that trying on the dress thing. You're into that?
You want to see him when he puts his makeup on.
Yeah. But
literally, I've got so many different types of channels that are here.
Right.
But if say the lady that's applying her makeup is going to sit there and watch a 15-minute video of me camping, well, then I feel obligated to watch a 15-minute video of her putting her makeup on. That's
okay.
Yeah.
Dave, tell them that you own it. Tell everyone that you're a pretty man.
No.
I tell you what I am, though, is confused about all this.
No.
You're not the only one.
I think you are confused.
No.
That's why I try to make heads or tails of it. My wife says I'm OCD about it. It says like I'm really obsessed with trying to figure out what's making this tick and how to make it run more efficient.
Right.
Yeah. Now I will tell you, Jerry, for looking at my analytics, I could tell you when someone watches my videos, they only watch from the first 30 seconds and then drop off and go to
but DJ, you can't trust that number.
I don't think you can either, because like the 20,000 video one I have, it says the average view duration was 1.19 minutes.
Right.
Yeah. You can't trust that number.
8.7% of the people, it says.
Yeah.
So it can't be that way, because I got 500 hours that it's coming off, and the video was there, because it was one of the very first videos I ever made.
Well, I mean, take my most popular video for example. It's 7 minutes and 2 seconds long, but it says it says the average view duration is 29 seconds. Now, do I really believe that? No, of course not, because there's some people who might be more interested in it. But I'm of the belief, and this is just in my case, I'm of the belief that they watched me, did not understand what I was saying, and then clicked away from the video. That's my belief.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like Dick and Around Outdoors, he said, how do you know that they watch it? Well, the only way you really know is how much of it's getting watched. When you look down there and see the average of how many minutes they spend. If it's a 16-minute video and you say the average watch time is 4 hours or 4 minutes and 38 seconds, I mean, I don't know. I mean, to me, even if you had 200 people, 200 views, and somebody watched 8 minutes of a 16-minute video, I mean, still, to me, the math just isn't quite adding up right.
I agree with you.
Here's the thing with that watch time.
Mm-hmm.
If you got 10 people that comes in and watches your video all the way through, and one person clicks on it and says no and clicks off, that drops your average right down.
I thought, yeah,
right, it does.
It does.
You're right.
There's no ifs, ands about. I've seen it. The reason I know is this is because when I was below 100 subscribers, trying to get to the 100 mark, my videos, I was watching these. How many views did I get? How many views? Why is my watch time so low?
Mm-hmm.
I used to go in and run my own video and let it run all the way through, and it used to bring up my watch time average and it'd bring up my view count.
Right.
Oh, it did?
So by me watching it 4 times brought my average up a lot.
Yeah.
Now the next video I dropped, the average went down again because the same thing.
No,
Al, it's interesting. You said if you watched it 4 times. I've watched my own videos, or I have them play like on 3 different devices in my house, and it only counts at 1 time.
Right.
Okay, now I did.
That's
I got my watch history off, and everything like that is all turned off in YouTube.
Or so long. All mine's turned off
Yep.
also.
Uh-huh.
So
But it only counts at 1 time because I have 1 IP address, and it goes even though it's 3.
okay, but I
devices,
just when I was doing it when I was at 100 subs,
yeah.
I wasn't even refreshing the page. I would just click back and click ahead and play it again, and my views would go up and my numbers would go up.
No, I would.
I don't know because I know that my wife had it played on the TV. My son had our playlist played in his room on his computer, and I had it run on this computer. And I looked at the total viewing of it the next day. It went up, barely went up at all. I mean, it just
okay. But now when you did that, they were all running at the same time.
Yep.
That might have been
at different videos
because they're all running at the same time on the one IP address.
Yeah.
If you ran it once and then ran it again and then ran it again on the one device and again, that's what I was doing.
But see, I was told also that you can't do it only once every 45 days. It will not count.
I don't believe that.
No, I just
No,
I don't believe that.
I play you're saying that, Al. I go and play my playlist every night on my own computer every night and go to bed. Next morning I get up, I should have those hours, 8-9 hours of my views up just from that itself.
But
and my hours don't go up like that.
Just pick one video that's short that you maybe got done, I don't know, one of your first videos or something like that got a low count or even a high count. It doesn't matter. And just pick a short video that you can try it on, 3 to 5 minute video or something. Just try it. Let it play. Then restart the video. Like go out with that screen to your home page and then go back into your thing and let it play again.
Yeah.
and just watch and see if your numbers change on that one particular video.
On that
'Cause
one
I can
particular
tell you
video,
it will.
the analytics on that one video itself.
Yes,
I can do that.
I bet
Yeah.
you they will.
But you know what? If you're watching your stuff on a TV, that's a different story, right?
Yeah, because that's why I said, like, sit down at the computer. Because what I did it with my phone is what I did it on. I did it on my phone.
But why should that be a
And-
different story, though? If you watch it on TV, it's still watch hours.
Yeah,
Yeah, the TV should still. You should be able to still do it on the TV. I don't see why not. But I know
Yeah.
when I did it on my phone, I know it worked.
now, Jerry, I do want to ask you about the retirement of video because like I said, although I have my video that's over 1,800 views now, if I were to retire it, I wouldn't know what to call it because the title right now is Caillou is dying from cancer. No, I would not know how to reward that into a different title. From hearing that title, does that give you any ideas for any other titles I could give that video? Because if Retirement would get it back out there, I would love to do that, but I mean,
Well, I went to a YouTube conference, and they talked about. They said if you put a video out and if you watch it in the first, I think it was like first hour to 2 hours, you don't get very many views. They say go in and change the title, and then see and say they say you can change the title as many times as you want, but you can change. They say that if the title's not catchy, people don't watch it. So you change the title to something catchy or suspenseful, like I put on there. We woke up to this on that rain video,
Right.
You know, and people go, "What the heck would they wake up to?" So people's curiosity catches them, and they want to watch it. I've also noticed that some of these bigger
What's
channels.
suspenseful about cows and goats?
No, I said the rain video, dude. The one I put on this morning.
I know.
I also know.
but
I also know that some of these bigger channels they'll leave you. They'll say something and they'll leave you hanging, and you watch until the very, very last part of the video, and then you finally hear about what the title was actually about. Really, and most of me, it's like it's a down. It's a downer. It's like, really? I waited all around for that.
I mean, it's kind of like when you're watching TV and the weather girl comes on, right? And they give her 10 seconds and say, "Yeah, need to here in about a few minutes, I'll tell you about a big storm that's coming."
Right.
Okay.
30 minutes.
Yeah,
wait for her to when the big
get
so
I get that, and
it's the same thing.
you
Stay
know,
for me to be back. I'll be back in just about 2 minutes and give you the full forecast. And it's the same way with making a title to a video. If you can make it catchy enough, and it catches that wave, so to speak. I don't know.
yeah, and I did that for a new video in the first few hours, but let's say you have a video that is 2 to 3 years old and you want to retire it. How
Done
would
that.
okay? What did you do to?
I had the video of Doris jumping into the window. It was a short.
Yes.
Right? I had it up. It got 600 views the first day I put it up, and it never moved since.
Okay.
So I took it down. Nicole put it up and retitled it, and she got over 2,000. I think she's at 6,000 views on it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, I'm gonna try what you said, Al, because for that title I told you it had 20,000 views. I got it up here. It says it had 20,100 views.
Add the hashtag goat, hashtag cow, hashtag farm,
Egg cows and goats.
and give it a new title.
Well, let me say the hours are 446.7 hours. I've gotten 44 subscribers from it. But you go in and look at the bottom part. Average view duration was 1 minute 19 seconds long.
That don't make any sense.
Okay,
And
so now
the video is 15 minutes and 21 seconds. You go down, look at the bottom part.
Start playing it.
Yeah.
And let it run through. And then, like I said, go back to your home page. And then go back into the video again and run it through again and see if that average goes up.
Okay.
It will. And the views should go up
I'm
too.
going to do that, Al. I'm going to do that. But then I think I'll change. I can change it to. I'm going to change the title probably to goat hoof trimming and cow trees or something like that to see if I can get more views on it and see what happens. Again,
I struggle with the catchy titles because with my beer reviews, I want to title the video the name of the beer to kind of like pay forward to the brewery.
Yeah.
But at the same time, sometimes you have a name of a beer that just is kind of a vanilla name that's not gonna entice.
Yeah, you know the name is not gonna.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it is with my cocktail reviews. I just title the name of the cocktail and review. That's it. And you know, I have recently just today tried a more catchy title, and from what I could tell, is not working that well for because
Johnny, how you doing, Johnny?
I'm good.
Yeah. Okay, looking at this video I put out today, you know,
That's a horse term, phrase, by the way.
It only has 9 views, but you know, that's among.
Jerry, how many views did you say you had on that video?
20,100.
20,100
and.
Oh God, you're gonna. No, that's gonna be too many to see a result on right away. You're gonna have to do that a bunch of times to see a result because it's owned by somebody.
I'm thinking about just changing the title to see what see
what happens. Yeah.
20,000.
And I'll pick another one that's shorter.
Yeah, one with less views on it, so you can see the difference it'll make on the actual numbers.
Something like, I cannot believe what this cow and goat did.
Yeah.
All right, bye, guys.
Cows and goats. It's a military deja vu.
But
well, I'm looking at analytics.
Cows and goats. Say what?
I'm looking at analytics, and it shows 48 hours that people actually watched it in the last 48 hours.
Yeah.
Now, how much they've actually watched in the last 48 hours is the question. But like, I've got 3 people watching between 4 and 5 today.
So, Johnny, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I just got, doing my normal routine, but I went out, just finished up making a video with Kelly Kettle. I'm trying to, since that is one of those, it's not my favorite piece of equipment, but duck on it, people watch those videos. So.
They do watch them. Yeah.
So I went out
I
there.
was wondering what happened to you. I thought you might have took some extra time at the gym.
I was actually finishing up when you started. Believe it or not, I got there early.
That.
Yeah, I'd finished up early, and then I was like shopping, and then what have I been doing? Oh yeah, just bit of editing. I want to try. I've got to get this catch and cook video out Friday. My April Fool's one, that was not the catch and cook. It was. I mean, it was kind of, but it's not for the challenge. My challenge one actually has some bushcraft in there, and I got my nieces and stuff, so we'll be seeing them. But I got a bit of recording to do on that one. But hey, did you see Mark Pratz's?
I did.
Yeah, that was pretty
Tony
good.
hasn't seen it yet. I don't know if Tony's still kicking around, but he hasn't seen it yet.
And then Cat of the North, she did a nice one on Saturday as well. So it seems like people are getting into the spirit of this one here.
I got to look through the hashtag again. I think I might have missed a couple of people from.
I got to watch Jason's, and then there was Fire video this morning for the challenge, so that was good. But just trying to touch bases, and I was interested in you guys are having that conversation just this morning. I was talking to my wife about renaming some videos. Locally here, there's a place called Indian Cave State Park. And you know me, I'm trying to visit a site, tag it right. So like it's that evergreen, it's always coming back. And I've been getting more views on that one. But I didn't even cook on that one. It's just the park and the overlook, right?
Right.
People seem to be looking at that one. I'm like, do I need to mix up the other catch and cook ones or something? I don't know. So
yeah. Well, beware, Johnny. Jamie from Lower Michigan, he is naming people and going to challenge them to use a piece of steak that you did not buy from a big box store. You bought from a butcher or something like that. And you got to use ale in the cooking of it.
Locally butchered beef with your favorite ale.
With your favorite ale.
Why would I want to ruin a good beer?
I don't know.
Or a good steak.
A good steak. I don't know. And then also the shotgun shell thing is starting to gain a lot of momentum now. A lot of people are kind of wanting to jump up in the middle of that.
Excellent. Yeah. Oh yeah, Mark's making a little comment there about Johnny's working on his bushcraft skills. Oh yeah, that was because of one of my favorite fans out there in the Kelly Kettle world. They were none too happy with my video. I mean, they didn't listen to anything I said. They were like, "You suck. You're no good, and you're bushcraft stuff."
What was it that you did to upset him?
Well, the video he watched was
he told it what it was.
Oh God, yeah, pretty much. So, it was a video on where it was like survival tool factor fiction. And so that video, I said, here's the Kelly Kettle. I said, now I'm going to talk mostly about all the tips that I've gotten from the Kelly Kettle people, and we're going to see if it holds water or not. And of course it didn't. You know, the things people throw out there, I'm like, you guys don't know a single thing about fire or anything like that if he thinks that's the way it's done. But I'm like, all right, if you're going to put it out there publicly. So that video is kind of a personal address to some people. And so I tried, like, you know, I got not flint steel, but ferro rod and a bird's nest, and to show why that bird's nest doesn't work in the base and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Your bushcraft sucks. You stink, you know. and so I'm like, thank you for watching. And
there's no such thing as bad publicity.
And so, but in the end, I was like, I appreciate you watching, but I really wish you would have listened to what I actually said. So I was addressing it. And so I was like, I was actually telling my wife I'm going to freshen up my Kelly Kettle playlist. The dude then subscribed to my channel. And then he made more comments last night about another one where I was comparing it to a Jetboil. And he's like, that's not fair. That, you know, and then I'm like, he goes, all the tanks and stuff. And I'm like, but you guys compare it to it all the time. And you always say so. Even in your own note, you just said how superior it was. And he gave me this same advice to other people. It is carry wood for a twig burning stove. And I'm like, but you said all I have to do is pick up twigs. So I'm like, he's a disciple. He gives talking points. But anyway, I just did a video and I'm like, here it is. I did it with river birch bark, some fat wood to get it going. So I was like, here's Off the Land, natural tinder. Here's 2 channels to watch that really love it. And we'll see if we get some views.
You know what? I'm gonna say this, Johnny. I mean, you and I could have the same piece of gear, and it may work great for me, and it may not work for you.
Exactly.
But at the same time, you gave an honest review of, you know, of what your evaluation was, man. And to think that somebody's going to attack you because, what your experience was with the gear is, it's just,
but this is the way some of these people gets in this bushcraft community, and that's one of the things that you kind of got to watch out for, because as much as we go out to have fun, some people take real offense to if you call down a piece of gear that they bought.
Mm-hmm.
That's
now,
right.
I have a twig stove, and I've done both. I've been in times where I knew everything was soaking wet, so I took a little bit of wood with me.
Right.
Just a little bit, just enough to get it going. Then I started taking the wet stuff and putting it in. But you guys have seen my round twig stove.
Yeah.
And it works fine. And I've gone out with no wood at all and had it in my backpack and sat down and just picked up stuff around me and used it, and it works perfectly fine.
Yeah, or throw a little wad of old man's beard up in there or something and get it stoked, so. But
so I mean, like, it's different areas, it's different things, but there is different people that will latch on to different parts of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, it's
right now, I've never. Oh, go ahead.
It's like holding up. Let's say I have a big Bowie knife in my hand, and I say I like this knife. This is a good knife, but somebody else comes on and says, "Oh, that sucks." Oh well.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm going to be honest. As a matter of fact, he did encourage me to change my channel intro a little bit.
These little more nice.
Yeah.
How many people in the camp world do you hear saying them more nice sucks?
Right.
I've been using it for 2 years now, and I haven't had an itch.
What they've got me doing, I was like, you know how DC Outdoors says, hey, we do outdoor adventures and we try MREs and stuff like that. I was like, you know what? I should start saying, hey, if you're new here, I'm helping remove obstacles, which is your time, ideas, maybe equipment. Today, let's talk about this equipment. And I didn't say anything bad. I'm like, they say it's this. I'm going to let you decide.
Right.
And I stopped at that because Al's right. I've really tipped off a lot of people. And some people that I'd like to be closer with. So I've gone out to some locations just to apologize, pretty much, to say, all right, I'll keep my mouth shut. You guys,
I mean, I would. I mean, your opinion is valued.
Your opinion is your opinion, no matter whether it's good, bad, or ugly. Right. I mean, like the little headlamps that we got sent.
Some leases.
Yeah.
There's some leases. I love them.
I did too.
Tony hated it. Tony said it's the worst light ever. Mm-hmm. But for me, it was the best light for me for what I'm doing.
Worked great. Right? The Sunsaker Stalls. I've had good experience from those, and I got two reviews coming up next week. The companies have sent me some stuff, and I've seen where some people said, "Oh, that sucked," but my experience was both of them work fine, great.
Yep. And you're right. And the thing is, Dave, one tool is not going to be a perfect fit for everybody.
Right.
And so that's where I really try to work on my messaging. I'm going to say, I'm not a gear review channel, but I am going to say, it's like, hey, you've been seeing me use this for a little while. Now I'll tell you, here's what I think about it. And good, bad, or different, and then say, if you're into this, it's a good fit for me, maybe not for you, or vice versa. So, and so, I mean, it's good for me to learn to play nicer with people, but I'm not going to lie.
I mean, nice. It's like, those of us that are in the hot tent scenes. Okay, everybody's using a different type of a hot tent.
Yeah.
And, I don't know. To me, to tell somebody, oh, your opinion doesn't really matter, it sucks. I mean, I don't know. It's just it's crazy. But.
Well, those dudes that do that, and Mark noticed it. If you go to their channels, either they have no content,
right, or
in this one guy, he had zero outdoorsy content. There's nothing about the Kelly Kettle. Zippo. Right. I went down. I did finally find one where he went out to a waterfall, and I was like, "Thank you for taking us out here. Hey, if you like waterfalls, please check out my friend Bree. She does Waterfall Wednesday," and just try to be positive. But I'm like, okay, you guys you love your Kelly Kettle, and I'm like, and you can. That's fine. and I will try to make something you'll
Well,
watch.
Well, Johnny,
Some people are just trolls.
I've tried one and I was not impressed.
Yeah, I am on that.
I just, yeah. To me,
It
it's
takes
I've looked at you guys using them,
go
and
ahead.
I won't think I would ever buy one.
No,
Oh,
I mean,
Lord, no, it's
if
a lot of work.
if the weather is dead still, there's no wind, you might have a good
Jackie boy.
experience. But
Right.
So if it's a really nice day and the weather is dead calm, you might be able to use it in your kitchen.
right,
Well, now, I mean, I'll disagree to that. By the way, Jackie Boy's in the house. He's going to be on Vineyard Homestead
uh-huh.
in like a few hours. He's going to be interviewed tonight. But no, the Kelly Kettle, at least my experience is, if you get that vent toward the wind, that'll help it burn faster.
Mhm.
But boiling water, sure. But beyond that, man, I'm like, when I
Right.
try to, I actually demonstrated. I normally carry a metal water bottle on the outside pocket that
Mhm.
fits, Kelly Kettle, you can't do that. You have to put it inside.
Al and I use something similar. We use our stick stove and that little kettle, little tea
Yeah.
kettle, and I have found that to be more effective than almost all of the other stuff.
Right. And
Well, I
that's the thing.
use my stick stove with this
There you
all
go.
the time with this
Yeah.
pot,
Right.
Yeah. Works great.
and I have yet to have a warm meal because they're always hot.
Yeah, don't you? You gotta love Mark, don't you?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Oh man. But yeah, it's like I've used a grease pot. El Cheapo $5 aluminum grease pot from Walmart.
Right.
That's been great from boiling water, making meals because it's lightweight. It carries heat, conveys heat well.
Right.
Like it's perfect,
Really, I mean, the stick stove is $12. The little pot is $6.
Right. What do you really need?
Well,
yeah.
I've done one up on that. You guys can probably get them down there for like $2. The little Coleman's
Yeah.
aluminum cook set,
Yes,
and it's got the cup, the pot, the frying pan, the plate, all in this one little thing. It's like the two plates goes face to face, and it holds everything inside. And I've used that to death.
Yeah, I've got one of those. I sure have.
Yep, and it still works good. Now it's all it is just aluminum. If you leave it in the fire too long, it's probably gonna burn.
It's probably gonna burn. It will. Yeah. Yeah.
Like literally, your pan will melt into little bits and pummel
So-
down fire.
I take it, Dave, you're streaming to Facebook too?
Yes, streaming to Facebook. Dave Collier Camping on Facebook.
Okay.
But it all goes back to is how do you treat your gear
True. Yeah.
is a big part of it.
But
I'm sorry, you guys. You guys camping. You guys are going out and sleeping in tents and stuff on air mattresses. I don't do that anymore. I'm sorry. I did that once and I thought, screw this noise. I bought myself an RV and I sleep in an RV. If I can't be in an RV, I go to a hotel.
Right.
I'm sorry. If I lay on the ground, I'm not getting back up. You're just gonna have to bury me right there.
Bury right there. Huh?
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. Given the option, we'd probably all sleep in a camper too.
I would agree with you. If I went to Al's house and had my tent, but Al said, I've got a RV behind the house, I'm taking the RV.
Well, if I can get an RV behind here, look out.
I'm going out to Ohio next month. I'm going to go to a NAV class, and they have a bunkhouse. I'm renting that bad boy.
I don't blame you.
I'm like,
I can't see at my age laying that back down on the ground because I'm afraid I might not get back up.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Johnny. It got to 86 degrees here today, and I bet you by a month from now, Virginia, Ohio, all that's going to be just plain like hot, mega hot.
Go back, Jerry, and watch my 5-item challenge. I slept on the ground. There was a stump up in my back most of the night.
Oh man.
But
that don't seem like fun to me, Al.
I had a good time. I gotta say.
That don't seem like fun to me. I'd rather go to a hotel, lay on a bed, and watch TV than that. And I see like a lot more.
Yeah,
fun
but I'm
to
not
me.
saying it'd be fun for you. It'd just be fun for you to watch.
Right. Hi, She-Devil.
Because
Or
I
we'd love to
put
watch
out,
you, Camp.
That's
we
like
think it
watching
would
a
be
car
fun to watch.
accident. That's not fun for me either. You know.
Yeah,
I put
you
out
might
my
get if
fire.
you watch us though. We might watch you laughing as like you in the morning, like oh. I went to Casey's the next morning when I had leaves and stuff in my hair to go get my breakfast pizza. I got a few views.
Yeah.
To Al's point, the viewer doesn't need to know.
No, they don't need to
No.
know. No, they don't. Hey,
They
Phil.
needed to know when I almost put out my fire. Well,
Yeah, that was
I dumped a pot of water on it, so
That was good viewing.
Yeah.
I had to put a few bleeps in my video.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't
Well,
have
that's
to do
why
that no more, Al. Al, you don't have
What?
to do that anymore. You don't have to.
I
bleep
still will.
anymore, so.
I still will.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I would too.
Because
Bleep.
Well,
I know we don't.
I'm
I
gonna
know we
go out.
don't
Thanks,
technically.
Dave, for letting me be up here. I'm gonna go out. And now I found a video I'm gonna do to see. It's my goats climbing on blocks. I've got 190 views. It's 2 minutes and 46 seconds is average, and it's I think
Run it a few times and let
I'm
it
going
just
to.
run full on for a few times and then just go back and restart it.
Yeah.
See what
I'm
it
going
does for the numbers.
to. I'm going to, and I'll let you know what my results is.
There you go. Yeah.
But thank you guys.
My goat
Appreciate it.
tornado. All right, Jerry. Take care, man. Good to
Take
see
it
you.
easy. Talk to you later.
Hey,
Phil,
Puss
are you
Cat.
trying to tell
Bye-bye.
me something?
All right.
What do you think this? You think this cat's trying to tell me something?
Yeah, he's trying to tell you I'm
Yes.
hungry.
Yeah.
Get off of this thing and pay attention to me.
Yeah, we're not going to be here much longer. We're going to end it up here in about 10 or so minutes, 15 minutes, less than that. But
Cat, get off the 7 key.
Look at Johnny's message. It's lucky number 7.
oh,
Yeah, Dave, I'm getting hungry. Thanks for having me. Thanks
yeah,
for letting me
Jason,
jump
good
on
to see you,
again.
man. All right, man.
Thanks for coming up.
Same
Al,
time.
nice to meet you
Yeah.
again. Johnny, nice to meet you.
All
See you
right.
now, big. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. Oh, there, let me feed this cat. Come on.
Yeah.
Are you ready? Are you ready? You know, darn Catwoman, she went off. Oh, Sabrina, she went off to this horse show, leaving me to take care of all the animals, you know.
That's sweet of her.
Come on. Come
Yeah.
on.
She knows that you're a doting father.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? They say the Cape Crusader and Catwoman have a thing going on. But again, I've never said I'm Batman.
Well, you know, Johnny, this morning I'm sitting over. I actually sat on like the coffee table, right? And all 3 cats jumped up there with me, and all 3 of them were wanting me to pick them up. And I told my wife, I said, I never have been an animal person. Why am I holding 3 cats? You know?
You are the great provider.
Yeah.
I'm confident.
Cats are not animals.
They're people, right?
Cats are the people that allow us to live in their house.
We are the servants. That's right.
Oh, it wasn't. Cat says, "Oh, they love me. They feed me. I must be a god." Dog says, "They love me. They feed me. You must be a god."
Here you go, Al. See what Mark says.
Al's fine. Al's had
15 items.
Yeah, that's right.
It probably did.
Well, it
I'm not
depends.
going to lie. It probably did.
Well, we only use 5 items at a time, though.
5 items.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't take all 15 of them out and use them all at the same time.
That's right. The first 30 minutes we use these 5 items. The second 30 minutes we use those 5 items.
There you go.
So,
That was fun, though. You know, I am going to want to do a revisit on the 5-item.
yeah.
I agree. I like the old Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Harbor Freight type challenge, something like
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think that, yeah, I'm
Might
really
be-
enjoying this. I'm liking the different ideas, you know, and if it doesn't work out the first time, I'm like, okay, we can pitch that off the schedule. We know not to
Yeah.
repeat it again.
Yeah.
We don't have to do ones that seem like they didn't do as well.
Right. Yeah.
Right? And on the other side of that is we don't have to do ones that seem like we didn't get as many people on.
But you know what, though? When you were first starting this, a lot of things aren't going to do well because you didn't have the big support that
Right.
you had. But now all the channels are growing. Even
Right.
the Facebook side is growing. I mean, it's 400 people, 400 channels over there on the Facebook channel now.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, so I mean, just
I think even the advertising, it just started out random thing, but we weren't having a streamlined message. Just
Right.
announcement. This is what we're doing, and then I mean, since now we've got our Friday meetings. Matter of fact, Al and I decided this last week. What we want to start doing now is do a premiere then chat on Friday. So my goal is to finish editing my video and have a premiere of my not five item. I can't challenge that video at 5. I ain't doing another 5 one for a bit.
Yeah, I heard that, man.
We're gonna wait till this fall when that comes back around again. But I'll release that and then we'll go right into our chat. And we're thinking when we might treat it almost like a radio, like a podcast type deal.
Yeah.
If people are driving home from work, where they can kind of listen to it or something like that. But we're tweaking it, trying to find out when are people available, what do they want to do. So it's fun, a lot of fun.
We're open to trying a bunch of different things. Like we said all along, it's not something that's set in stone. That this is the way it is, and this is what you got to do.
Right.
Right.
We're more than willing to change it up and try out different things. And if it works, it works, and if it don't, well, we'll try something different.
Yeah.
Oh, grab the wrong one. This external hard drive, 16 terabyte, and it was I thought it was too inexpensive. A lot of the videos don't seem to store well, so
right.
Grabbed one. I'm probably gonna have to chuck that one. All right, I thought I said, oh, by the way, X, how are you doing liking the Firebox Titanium? I'm loving it. I've been playing around with it. What did I do? I just used it for the Easter video. I'm getting ready to do, hopefully tomorrow, a hike and cook with it, and I want to make backpacking crab cakes.
Oh, okay.
So I already dehydrated the ingredients, and I've got some packaged mayonnaise, and I'll have some breadcrumbs, and I'm going to fry them up out there with my Tom Garvey olive oil bottle there.
You're gonna backpack oil out?
Yep, gonna take it all out, brother. So,
what is it? I've seen you using that Firebox stove quite a bit, actually.
Yeah. I love it. It's my favorite. It is. I mean, it packs up to almost nothing, but it opens up and you can cook anything. Whereas a certain kettle takes up a whole lot of space, and other than boiling water, I ain't feeling the more.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's why I like multi-use things. Like with a pot, I can cook water. I can cook a meal in it.
Yes.
I can use it to store stuff in.
Yeah.
Like in my backpack, if I open it, I can put stuff down in it, and it's not taking up any extra room.
Yeah.
That kettle seems like you can't do nothing with it.
Right. Alice, I think you and I would be on the same page. You and I went hiking, did some backpacking. Man, the meals we could come up with, especially if you got 2 little pot systems and all. So
Right.
you take care of this part, I take care of this part. Collaborate, man. Yeah, because you need flexibility.
I'll tell you what, you know how we used to do it in the Marine Corps, Johnny? How? Okay, they would call you out there in a formation, right? All right, and the first sergeant would sit there and hold up a piece of gear. He said, "Are we carrying this?" "No, sir." "All right, hold up.
Okay.
Are we carrying this?" "Yes, sir." "Okay, put it in your sea bag, man. Put it." "All right. Are we carrying this?" "No, sir."
Oh, okay. There you go.
Because if it just did not have good overall feelings that it worked, why are we putting this in our pack? It's
Exactly.
just yeah.
Exactly. I was sitting here thinking about it. If I get to visit with a certain owner of a survival school, I was like, all right, how would I change it? And I was sitting there thinking the whole, where are we from, where we're at, where we want to be. And I'm like, let people try, like one night, take what you think you would do for a survival, but make them hump around all day long, doing
With
all
that-
those chores, and then do all the tasks. Now set it up, and then say, all right, now let me show you what we think works better.
Right.
You know, it's like, because
Yeah.
and they've got the old school where you carry the wool blankets, and I'm like, okay, that's an appreciation of the way it used to be done, but who's really going to carry around an oilskin tarp, a wool blanket? But I
Right.
think if you do that, you're going to definitely appreciate the modern day equipment. So, but I'm
Yes.
like,
Right.
so I'm like, I'd love to people say, having a shot here. I want to make you do all this stuff with what you think works. Then let's see what your mind is afterward. And then you're gonna be like, I ain't carrying that. I ain't carrying.
Exactly. I mean, and another thing is people go out in their own property and play
Mhm.
around with stuff. Okay, well now we're cutting that safety net off. You're not in
Yes.
your inventory anymore. Okay,
Right.
you were in somebody else's ball field.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it work?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. That was kind of my thing. Like even today, Kelly Kettle on their webpage says survival tool says they literally say a get out bag, right, or bug out bag. And so I'm like, survival. Well, you guys know I know a thing or two about bow drill, right?
Right.
And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, I ain't seen it. So all I had to today, I'm like, well, double check your resources in the area. It's like
Right.
it might work, but I tell you, here in Nebraska, it's like
Yeah.
we don't have too much of those resources. So
Right.
I wouldn't attempt to use that up here, up where I'm to.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
I've had enough time with a fire as it is, let alone now trying to keep it inside of a kettle.
oh yeah,
all right,
Right.
dicking around. I agree with you. And there's such a radical difference from where I am and where you are.
exactly.
What's going to work here is not going to work in Petty Harbor. It's not going to happen.
Well,
You
See,
know?
like you're gonna have a whole lot more humidity. Let's say you're in the summertime. All right, Johnny does bow drill, and I grab wood. That humidity might kick my tail, and I'm
Right.
not getting done. You know.
And I know y'all have seen me when July comes around when you're like, "What you doing today?" Nothing. I ain't going out there.
I hid in the shed all day.
Yeah.
No, it's 104 degrees out there.
I need a fire. I'm just going to stick this out the window for a second. There you go.
Right.
It's on
It'll
fire.
self-ignite, So
Yeah.
uh,
Al's gonna be like, I was fighting mosquitoes. I was hitting them with baseball bats. You know.
Well, you look at one of my videos, and I'm sitting on top of a mountain, and the mosquitoes are still there in the wind.
Right.
I'm like, man, I went up there to get away from them. I climbed on the top of the mountain to get away from them.
Right.
Hey,
Right.
And
Yeah.
And,
followed me.
here you wake up at, say it's now July 9th, and you wake up at 4 a.m. and you go outside at 4 a.m. and it's already 86 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. 90% humidity.
Yeah. And you're like, oh my God.
Right.
Here in 2 hours when the sun comes up, if somebody went outside and changed the streets to names to Pakistanish names, you wouldn't know the difference.
Right.
And you know what? One time I was talking to a guy from Pakistan, and he was wanting to know what the temperatures are like in the United States, and he told me what it was there, and we were hotter than Pakistan.
Really?
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh my God!" I mean, yeah.
Now there was one time I flew from Nebraska to Alaska in the wintertime, and it was colder in Nebraska than it was in Alaska. that
Well,
day.
Look at
Of course,
look
an
at
ice
this-
storm came that night. Man, it was interesting walking the next day. I'll tell you what.
Look at this past year gone by.
Yeah.
There was weeks, not just days, but weeks. It was warmer here than it was in Texas.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like,
yeah.
Oh, sure.
oh.
Uh,
That's just crazy.
Years ago we went to cold weather training to get ready for Norway, right? Okay,
Yeah.
they sent us to Minnesota, to do the preliminary, and she was cold. Okay, and it was cold. Okay?
Right.
And then they told us, okay, your next stop is Goose Bay, Canada, and you're going to be there for 2 or 3 weeks. All right, so we landed Goose Bay. but it was warmer in Goose Bay than it was in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Right.
So then we go to Bodo, Norway. We're expecting the real deal, okay, the
Right.
real ball game, and it was warmer in Norway than it was in Canada.
Really? Oh wow.
So
That's because of the ocean, see?
yeah,
That's what it is. It's all ocean currents and
yeah,
We can't plan on nothing. You know, it was 80 degrees here just yesterday.
yeah.
And now it's down to like 30 degrees, 30 to 40 degrees. Yeah. Now, of course, it warmed up again for me a little bit, but
A little bit.
I was like, well, I mean, it was windy and stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'd like to thank all of y'all for a very spirited conversation in regard to these numbers. And it still don't make any sense to me. I don't know. So
I'm not big on the numbers, but when people starts talking about it, there's something I know that I've done personally and seen
Right.
it. I mean, I gotta pipe in on it, but for the most part, I try to stay clear of the numbers arguments too, because
yeah. Well, I think I'm a lot like you, Al. I'm not an expert at it by any stretch of the imagination, but if I'm seeing the numbers go up, I know that we're doing something wrong. If they're doing this, but if they're not jiving, and that's
Right.
they're not jiving.
that's what went on with this share out thing. The numbers are not matching what we done. So
Right.
there's something up with it that we're missing.
Right.
well, and we know YouTube messes with stuff. Your subscriber counts drop. I was over 800 the other night, Al, and I went right back down to
Right back down.
back to 760. My watch hours, they'll creep up and then right back down again.
Down.
So,
Doesn't make any
they're
sense.
not-
Subscriber counts will still creep up though too.
oh yeah, they're getting there. I mean, they're
Yeah.
and I will keep interacting, and I know there's some extra support out there. I know you're. I mean, that extra 100 that was fast. And so I appreciate that. But in the end, I'm going to keep telling myself, why am I doing this? I'm having fun.
Having fun. That's it. Yeah.
I'm enjoying
All right,
hanging
guys.
out with you.
I am going to go take care of some personal stuff. It's been a pleasure having y'all here with me tonight, and I guess I'll be seeing you here in the next day or few. I guess y'all got your Friday pop-ups or Friday videos?
Yes. So we're going to go 5 o'clock Central, 6 o'clock Eastern time.
Okay.
And we're going to do a live. I'll premiere my video and then we'll talk. So if you can join us, we would love for you to be
All right.
there.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, guys. Y'all have a great evening. All right. Take care, man. Bye-bye.
See you, everyone.